or no?
Yes.
Does true love exist? Anyone? Do you think true love exists?
Yes.
No? Yes?
No.
If yes, then what is it? Well, I asked myself this question many times for a long time, and guess what? I didn't know. I didn't have the answer for it. But until one day, in 2015, I met Helen. She was someone I interviewed for a story. She is a burn victim, a burn survivor. Why would I interview a burn survivor? Well, if you recall, in 2015, there was an explosion in the Formosa water park. During that explosion, more than 500 people were burned, some severely. So I was doing a story on whether, how these victims could recover from their injuries, either psychologically or physically. And so I approached this organization and she came highly recommended. When Helen walked into the room, I was a bit taken aback because her face was terribly disfigured. I didn't know where to look. Should I look at her face or should I look elsewhere? I wasn't sure. But quickly, I collected myself, and I also noticed that she was accompanied by a gentleman who was pretty good looking. And then we sat down, and Helen shared her story. Many years ago, her ex-husband suspected that she was cheating on him. So one night, while she was sleeping, he walked into the room with a bucket of acid and poured all over her face. And she woke up in excruciating pain, and then she passed out. And the next time she woke up, she was already in ICU. But the first thing that she was asking, it wasn't about her face or anything. It was about her 3 children. After the nurse told her that her 3 children were in the hands of the social services, so she was able to finally put her mind at ease. And then after that, she spent months in the ICU and underwent through numerous painful treatment, as you can imagine. And when she finally got out of the hospital, the first thing that she had to do was to find a job, because she had to earn money to support her 3 children, who was then without a father. So, but every job opportunity, every job interview she went, she got rejected because of the way she looked. She was told that she looked so horrible that she would scare their customers away. But that didn't stop her from looking. So she continued to look for jobs. She knocked on every door and asked for every job opportunities that she could find. And only until finally she found a job as a cleaner at a KTV parlor, after the owner heard about her story and took pity on her. But very quickly, after she started the job, she earned respect and friendship with the owner and some of the customers. And then it happened. One of the customers, whose name is Tom, fell in love with her for her courage and her positive attitude. He finally got the courage to ask her out. But he was rejected by Helen because Helen was like, how could anyone would be interested in me when I look like this? But that didn't stop Tom from keep going to the KTV parlor to visit her and to show her how much he really, really liked her. And after months of courtship, she finally decided to give Tom a chance. And so they dated for a few months. One day, he got down on his knees and proposed to her. Helen was in disbelief because she couldn't believe that she could have such a second chance at love, given what happened to her, and also given her disfigurement. But she knew that Tom told her that he was deeply in love with her for her personality and for her positive attitude. So it didn't really matter what she looked like. And he would love her children just like his own. And finally, Helen was so moved because she knew that every word that Tom said was true. So she said yes, and they got married. And they were still very much in love until today. Before the interview, I had doubts about whether true love really exists. But after I met Tom and Helen, I knew they proved to me that true love does exist and that it goes beyond appearance, beyond age, and beyond time. If anyone knows about Shakespeare's Sonnet 16, which I was going to quote, but because I'm running out of time. So all I want to say is that true love may be rare, but it does exist. Yes.